Veterans and their families report that something is lacking from their lives ever since they separated from the military. Decades after transitioning, they still report that something is missing. And this is something transitioning veterans are not even aware of at the time they're transitioning. But what is it? What is missing? Stay tuned, because today we're going to dive to the bottom of everything. Because veterans have a powerful and purpose-driven mindset that is superior and more disciplined than civilians, and they should achieve more. But something is missing, and as a consequence, they are held back in their professional careers and their personal lives. Now, in fact, we're dealing with 5 things. Number 1, cultural adjustment. To be able to find your path, a purpose, an environment where you can recreate the belonging and the camaraderie in the military, because this is a new environment, new people, which cause problems in relationships, the disconnect, being out of alignment with ourselves and with our environment, which creates this feeling of being out of place, out of balance, and out of energy with the people around us. The civilian mentality, family, friends, co-worker. So the cultural adjustment is critical, because that's how we find purpose. That's how we found our path. That's how we found a career where we can actually do something meaningful and fulfilling and getting paid more, doing something we actually find meaning in. Instead of changing careers every few months, hopping jobs, never figuring out how to fit in. Number 2, psychological adjustment, which is also crucial, because a military mindset is going to have blind spots in the civilian environment. Blind spot in terms of expectation, including expectation of ourselves, overcommitting, and thinking that working harder and harder is going to produce more result, when in fact it's not necessarily the case, and we can find ourselves running on a treadmill, because that's also how we spiral down with limiting beliefs and other inner mind struggles. Number 3, an adjustment in your own identity, figuring out who you are at your core, reasserting your belief, understanding and reconnecting with your truest self is a crucial element. No longer a service member. Who are you now in the civilian world? A centering on the self. What are your core beliefs, principles, and value that you want to embody now that the military is no longer part of your support system? Your new needs. Building a new support system. Build knowledge and expertise in things that you are now interested in, and give yourself experiences that actually align with who you are at the core. Without readjusting your identity, you feel disconnected and out of place, out of balance almost all the time. Without readjusting your identity, you will not know where you belong. You could go across the countries, change companies, and never feel at home nowhere, or at least never find the type of belonging, the type of camaraderie, the type of simplicity that you were experiencing when in the military. Identity adjustment, or readjusting your identity, is a crucial step in figuring out, now that you're no longer a service member, growing as a civilian without rejecting either your military background or your civilian future. Number 4, a powerful solution to invisible wounds, because PTSD, trauma, inner mind struggles are all issues, psychological issues that need professional help. But the VA is never going to be able to find enough psychologists for all the people or veterans and military families in need. And at the same time, therapy takes years just to accomplish baby steps. These mental blocks are extremely disruptive to a life, and I know it from personal experience. Waking up traumatized, nightmare, walking around being afraid something bad is going to happen, and external triggers that can put you in a position of extreme fear when you have no reason to fear. Lack of focus, lack of energy, always feeling drained to the point where we start feeling that we are broken. In the workplace or at home, these very damaging mental blocks create barriers in all areas of life and within ourselves first. So removing them within ourselves is the solution. Number 5, when it comes to career, veterans consume outdated information provided by corporate programs that are just simply job search programs. 50% of veterans who complete this program leave the job that they find within a year. It is completely outdated with wrong information that can impact your career and your life forever. And these programs are still being delivered today as we speak. It is not necessary to transition military skill into the civilian world because there is an infinity of things you can be doing in the civilian world that don't necessarily align with the military. And that's how you have veterans getting stuck in a mindset where there is one specific thing that they have to do, when in fact, there is an infinity of things. And that's how over time, they feel helpless, they feel stuck and depressed and stressed and anxious. And when you add everything that we just discussed today, even if a veteran is going to be a very tough person, all of these things are going to start weighing you down, draining your self-confidence to the point where you accept a career path that is not fulfilling and not meaningful and not even rewarding for you because of low pay, just because you think something is broken in you, when in fact, that's not the case. We've talked about the 5 major categories, and I'm sure there is more. But what is the one thing that will resolve all of this, all at the same time? The solution is a short-term psychological training that empowers veterans to remove all of these impediments by themselves and for the rest of their lives, and built on top of a career development training that focuses on self-actualization, because self-actualization is the process by which human beings achieve our full potential. Today, we just use therapy to do this. But as I was saying before, therapy is too slow and too expensive and only provide baby steps for a long period of time when someone is still suffering. Getting a training that allows you to be your own therapist, reassert your own beliefs, and discover new things about yourself that help you get out of these places that you can get stuck to inside of the mind, remove mental block, discover new potentialities and new possibilities in your life that can bring more value, more opportunity, more money, more connection, more relationship, anything we want out of life. We just have to learn the best way for us to achieve. And this program helps you do that in just 14 weeks. We also use prescription drugs, but they numb the mind and they don't really provide healing or new experiences that make us grow. And when it comes to career and the professional side of things, veterans consume a lot of outdated information in job programs as part of TAP. 50% of veterans quit these jobs within a year. So therapy, drugs, or current TAP programs that are focusing only on job search have been proven to be inadequate to the needs that veterans have. Whereas our solution, which is a psychological training allowing veterans to be able to remove all of these mental blocks independently by themselves and for the rest of your life, and build on top of a career development training that helps you discover your gift, your talents, your passion, and your purpose. All of these factors come down to us being able to find our spark, our energy, our vision, our purpose, self-knowledge. And that's why self-actualization is at the center of this program. Solutions that are currently offered to veterans are completely outdated, when veterans can actually do a better job by themselves. We just need the right training. And that's the bottom line of this whole solution. Cultural adjustment, psychological adjustment, and the adjustment in the identity. And on top of that, the training to remove inner mind struggle and PTSD visually and independently, and on top of a career training based on self-actualization. Now, let's look at what our clients are saying now. We have a testimonial from VC Whitaker, and he says, mental tap has helped me. I'm a veteran that has experienced addiction issues and emotional issues due to the disruptive behavior surrounding alcohol abuse. Mental tap concepts have helped me examine myself in a detailed manner so that I may adjust my thinking to be more positive. Positive thinking for me leads to positive actions, and that is good for me and others around me. Thanks to Mental Tap for supporting my healthy lifestyle. And then we have Jared Smith. Jared brings a phenomenal and simplified approach to service members and military spouses on the so very important self-journey ahead of military transition. Don't delay and get on the FaithSMagnet train today. And here we have Jack saying that Gerard is an integral member of the team, an amazing man, always focused on the needs of the team and others. And I'm skipping a few things here. Here we have a testimonial from Grayson, an Army veteran, who is saying, I've been on my journey of a transformation for over 5 years now, and my belief in a changed life that I was yet to see has attracted me to FaithSMagnet. These concepts make simple sense. Over the years, I've learned that to make any changes or life transition, I needed to first change my thinking. From what I've seen, most people, as I once were, do not understand what drives them, the passion for doing something that gives them pleasure, why they do things that they do, and how to direct this energy. If you are reading this, it means you are in the right place at the right time, and the energy of faith in your changed life has drawn you here. This program will spark deeper thinking and awareness for who you are, what drives you, and how you can achieve your dreams with efficiency. Give faith a chance. Grayson O. Wilson, U.S. Army veteran. We also have a video testimonial from Jesus Cornejo, a Marine veteran, who said that the program helped him realize that the sky was the limit. Another testimonial from Facebook here. Thank you for being open to considering my experiences. I appreciate what you're doing, and I believe that you are helping me and fellow veterans through honesty and humanity. So this is the type of feedback we are getting from this solution. One client told me, I feel like I upgraded my mind. That was powerful. Me personally, it helped me discover my talents. It helped me discover things that I didn't know I could do. It helped me discover things about myself that I had forgotten. It helped me discover new things about myself that I thought only other people had. So it is a liberating and empowering process that essentially focusing on helping you know thyself, knowing who you are, which comes down to mind, body, and soul, because we live in these 3 dimensions. Now, the way we deliver this solution is through a mental transition assistance program or mental tap called Be the Best Version of You, which so far has 100% completion rate for everyone who started, 100% satisfaction rate because it is so engaging and it's scientific. And on top of that, it only takes 1% of the time for 14 weeks. So it fits what we said earlier, a training, a short-term training that allows you to remove mental block, inner mind struggles independently, discover new things about yourself that helps you remove these inner mind struggles. Discover new things about yourself that helps you heal invisible wounds for the rest of your life. Discover new things about yourself that helps you discover your gifts and your talents, and then figure out how you can grow them and what other options are out there for you if you want. Discover things about yourself that can make you make more money. Discover things about yourself that help you reassert your identity, your belief, your convictions, and knowing how to maintain all of that in alignment. Discover things about yourself that make you thrive, focusing the mind on the present and the future so that you can continuously create peak experiences and giving you fulfillment and meaning, as opposed to working in a dead-end job, doing a career that people thought you would be good at because you were in the military. When in fact, you have to define this career for yourself. And even if you want to stay in the career that you are now, it has to be part of a larger vision that you will discover for yourself based on what's the future you want for yourself. 1 year from now, 10 years from now. No one is winning when letting their life just being decided by others. It's crucial to take control of our life, and this program gives you back control of every single aspect of your life so that now you can envision where you want things to go and measure yourself based on what you want, based on who you are. You can regain an energy that you used to have in the past, but you no longer using because you forgot. These things come back up when you go through the psychological process of mastering yourself and understanding yourself at a deeper level. In the military, everything is built for you. The environment, the culture, the resources, the training, the food, even the style, everything is decided for you. Everything you're going to be doing is already predefined ahead of time. So you're on the clock all the time. In the civilian world, it's different. You need adjusting to a new mentality, new culture, new psychology. This program does that in 14 weeks. And on top of that, provides a training, a career growth training that is designed to focusing your mind on creating your spark that is created through self-actualization. I have used that all of my life and all of my career. I've worked for great companies. I started from nothing. I was born in Africa in extreme poverty. This process helped me get into companies like the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, HBO, Lockheed Martin, American Express, National Geographic, Viacom, and the list can go on and on. So the point I'm making is that you don't need to go back to school. You don't need to get any particular preparation. It's already inside of you. Every human being is infinitely talented. It's just psychology, how to bring that out. And this program helps you find that best version of yourself within and bring that power out. Relationships, family relationships, marital problems are caused by this lack of adjustment. So this program helps you avoid having problem with your spouses. It helps you avoid having problem with your kids with your co-worker, partner, colleagues. This is a powerful, powerful approach which helps you improve all of your relationships across the board while you feel more balanced, more whole, and more happy and successful. Now the features is just a 30-hour course with workshops, monthly or weekly, depending on the program that you choose. There's also a folder where all of the tools that we use in the program are stored on a Google Drive, and you can download them on your computer so that you can use them privately. Again, no one is getting into your head. We just provide the tools, the training, the support, the camaraderie, and the success, because in the end, it is guaranteed you 10x your potential and at least find the next move you have to make. If you find out that your life is not where it needs to be, at the end of that process, you will know what you have to do. You also have access to a community of like-minded veterans who are all focused on achieving happiness and success in life after service, instead of being drained and blocked and crippled by things like PTSD or trauma, inner mind struggles, lack of psychological, cultural, or identity adjustment, which is just a setting that is bound for failure, depression, suicide, and all of the things that are happening today. So don't be a statistic. Focus on your mind first, and that's where the key to everything else is going to come from. Your mind today is more important than your next job. Your mind today can determine what would be your next ideal job. This program truly helps you in all of these areas and more. Now, how is this possible in just 14 weeks? We do it with a technology called UML, Unified Modeling Language, which is a visual language that technology people are using to describe the inner workings of computer system. I used to use that when I was in my career in technology. And this visual language is scientifically proven to be 60,000 times more powerful. As a study from 3M Corporation dated from 2001 has proven, visual learning is 60,000 times more powerful. And that, my friends, is our little secret, along with self-actualization and psychology. But the method we can share this much information in just 14 weeks is through visual learning. There's no preparation needed. You can just take the course. 14 weeks from now, your mind is clear, you 10x your potential, and you have a diamond in your mind. If you're a professional veteran or a military family facing any of the issues we talked about today, book a time with me today to see if you're a good fit to work together and remove all of these impediments in just 14 weeks, regardless of time after service. Click on the link below and then book a time with me, and we'll go from there. Thank you.